Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, back playing some more Terra Tech in my 0.7.6 playthrough of the newest stable version. And while doing so, I'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining me. And hey, if you like what you're seeing right here, the setting up of hopefully some mass money making mayhem, or maybe not so much mayhem. There ain't much going on right now, but we're gonna make some money out of this little spot. Like, look at that. That looks like carbide and celestite right there. That is going to be a payday. And I might also craft out some treasure blocks too, because hey, it might come in handy later. You never know, right? But first, I'm just gonna worry about the money, because I'm doing all right for money. But if I die, it might take all my money to come back with this tech. So, got to get a little bankroll going. So what I figured I was going to do is just set them all up. Then I'll just build like an in-between kind of base, just like I did with the last one. And we'll just have it all kind of funnel into one spot. I think that should be good for now. I have been thinking of making some deployable tech, or techs, maybe more than one version, to compensate this little feat here, or to replace this idea here. So then I could just be able to like plant a tech on each one of those mines and then just walk away. I think that would be sweet. But you can't walk too far or it stops working. So, I don't really know what the advantage will be, but I think it might be handy to have for in the future at least. Or, just even so it's there when you do come back and the bases start working again, it's all ready and set. I think it should speed things along. Now, I've had a bunch of people telling me that, hey, you can empty out one of those mining veins, resource veins, in about, what'd they say, about a half an hour or an hour? Something like that. Because supposedly you can overlap the auto miners, just like right on top of each other, plant about whatever you can fit in there, and they'll all take out of that. So it's like having, I think one person said they have 3 or 4 auto miners on a hole. So yeah, that would speed things along. But that will get fixed, so I'm not going to get used to that idea. Exploits and stuff like that are all fine and dandy, but if you start getting used to building like that, you might get stuck in that habit, and it might get difficult to get out of it. Or it might just keep you from thinking of better ways of doing it that don't involve exploits and bugs and little weirdness like that. Because I know that hover wheel glitch, it took me a long time to even warm up to that one. Just because I figured it would have been fixed. But then they said, well, we're going to leave that in until we can properly replace that function with an intended feature. So, it's going to happen, I guess. At least from the sounds of what I heard a long time ago. And they've left it in this long, so I can't see them really taking it out. I'm pretty sure that's what they said, so it should be good. But as you can see, it's a good thing that I had this laid out the way it is. Like when I showed up here, all these spots so close, because I haven't got enough conveyors to do too much. I haven't quite got my inventory up the way I like. And since this is going to eventually be a creative save, that will not do. I gotta get at least one of everything. But mentioning saves and stuff like that, there was a save that a friend of mine that's been quite frequent in the showcases, a fellow by the name of Zed, he's made up an accelerated save, and he has a hell of an inventory in that one. He's put in some work on that. He's posted it up on the forum, so if you guys are interested, it's got everything unlocked. I'm pretty sure everything. Maybe 1 or 2 blocks missing, I can't really remember, but he's got a bunch of stuff in there. And it's all done legit, too. Like, that's his playthrough. So, if you guys are looking for a save to get started on, there's one on there. I don't have a link. I'm kind of unprepared. I just kind of thought of this. But if you go to Zed's Tech Zoo, you'll find her. Pretty sure it's in there. Hopefully he doesn't mind me mentioning his save. I thought it was pretty cool. Really good idea, and hey, I wouldn't want all his hard work to go to waste. you put in a lot of effort on that save to help out the other players, you know, like the easy testing abilities of like a creative save. So he's helping. He's putting out the good stuff for everybody to enjoy and hopefully benefit from. So, you know, I figured it's a good thing to kind of put it out there so everyone knows where it is. Or as an idea. Yeah, I don't have my creative save built up yet. It's not quite finished. So, yeah, I've had one or two people ask about getting this new creative save, and honestly, I wasn't really gonna release it, but well, just because no one really seems to use them from the looks of the post where they're downloading it from. Yeah, you get where I'm going with this? Every creative save I've put out, not one person has put a like on that post where they've downloaded it from. So that tells me that they don't like it. So what I'm gonna do is when this save is finished and released, I'm gonna post it. I'll link it to these videos. It'll be in the description. But if I don't see any likes show up on the post on the forum, there won't be no more creative saves released. It's just, if I can't get a like for it, you know, it's obviously not useful. So I might as well stop wasting my time. And if, you know, one or two people want it, you know, I could give it to them personally or something. It doesn't have to be out there for everybody just to look at and say, oh, that's a waste of time. You know, it's one of those things. You get something that helps you out, say thanks. In this case, a like is in the form of a thanks. Or a thanks is in the form of a like. You know, it doesn't have to be much, just a like. It's a little simple button click. I know people are using it. But anyway, back to the battling. Oh, Hawkeye sucker's gotta go. Got it rambling on there about them creative saves. I'm pretty sure you kept up with everything that was going on in the background. Like, look, that guy just fell apart real good. Oh, I think I lost a missile on that deal, though. Dang it. Wanted that. That sucked a little bit. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, we'll tune them up a little bit, get my blocks back in order. Yeah, I'm a little uneven. Let's see if we can tune her up a wee bit here. Symmetry, you know? Symmetry. I still haven't found that tree named Sim. No, not at all. And that'd be cool. Figured it'll be all even and everything, you know. That side's equal to that side. Good luck finding that tree. Yeah, what can we cram into here? We need as much as I can, so I'm going to load this little spot up with that extra battery and such, just because, you know, everyone counts. Might just be the little bit that saves my arsenal in a little while. Who knows? Because I'm not really one to run away from a battle, and a lot of the time I see a battle in front of me, and it's like, woo, I get to blow stuff up. And I completely half the time forget to look at my batteries, so, you know, hey, I'd rather go overkill on the batteries. And having a little generation station back here ain't gonna hurt me either. So I'm liking that. Getting mobile. Got another one? That'd be kind of nice if I had another one. Yeah. Nope. Ooh, I got two more. Nice. I'll save one, I think. Just for a little later. Not sure, I might want to make another tech. Maybe I'll have an AI buddy of my own creation, not these little ones they keep giving me all the time. But I'm honestly not really using them, because I find they don't listen, or they don't keep up. And when they do finally catch up, it's too late. Sometimes, you know, depending on the build, though, a lot of that does come into play. But the major thing that I've noticed, I've made a tech that'll drive fine. I have no issues with it, like getting hung up on terrain and stuff like that. It's not a very effective battler, mind you, because it was just a test. but it would follow fine. It would just be about 3 minutes behind me. And that's with me in the exact same tech. Because it wants to do this little, I don't know where to go, and then it stops, turns, start, turn, stop, start. You know what I'm getting? It won't do two things at the same time very good. Like it doesn't like to drive forward and turn. It wants to like stop, turn, or do little nudges. It's like it's flipping back and forth between the buttons kind of thing. It doesn't like two at the same time. And also another thing that was brought up again is how the AI won't hold the fire button long enough to spin up the miniguns and all that. I'm not sure if they put much attention into that recently. I haven't really noticed. I don't usually use a lot of miniguns on my turrets. I like to keep them for myself. I'm a little greedy. But yeah, I think that's something that I'm really hoping that they get back to. The AI and the crafting, because there's a few major things that are close to being good and working, but just not quite there yet. Like the AI, it's a little unintelligent. It's just a little bit. Oh, that guy, he's just too close. He's got to go. What you doing here, man? What you doing? Happy hug clown. No, get away from me. Treat me out. Take your frickin' hugs and go to pieces. Ha ha ha. You're all moving in on my location. Can't have this kind of nonsense going on around here. The hell they think they are, right? Don't worry, we took care of them. Just had to get away from there, though. It was getting a little boring. It takes a long time. So I found this guy. Well, he kind of found my race that I was after. And then I found his face. With all my drills and guns. He's taking quite a beating, though. I didn't think he'd last that long, but I guess with those geocore batteries, it's bound to happen, right? He was built to last. I give him much respect for the amount that he did survive. But I don't know if he really did much damage to me, so I'm just going to go and do this race up real good. Hopefully. You never know. Some of these can be a little tricky. And then I even got a little battle for my little buddy here. I call him Speedy. He can do his little his stunts, and then hopefully we can even take that little guy out over there. But what I've noticed, though, is if you leave an AI tech of this size on a rotating anchor, and you jump into your other tech and you start spinning, you're going to get lagged out real bad. So I've been locking them in place when I do my races. So it kind of sucks if they get attacked, but it doesn't screw up my frame rate, and hopefully I can do my challenges. And I think it's pretty clear. I've just been clearing out the enemies before I really get into it. But let's get this one going. And go. Ooh. Oh, that was awful. So we obviously got that nose cone way low. Great for aerodynamics. Horrible for hill transitioning. But let's see. Oh, beauty. Almost right in the center, too. I'm liking that. Oh, what's down there? Hey, where you going, man? It's like he knew he was going to get crushed by a creek. Oh. A little hard on the nose there, but it'll be alright. Oh. One thing is, I gotta get these back over to my skew. And I don't think I have one. I used a magnet, don't worry. I did upgrade that little feller a little bit. I gave him a pumpkin head, a sombrero, and a few mustaches around for hair. Thought it'd be funny. It just kind of goes to that Speedy Gonzalez show, you know? That used to be on way back when I was a kid. Fast little mouse with a Mexican hat. Seemed fitting. Just like that guy. He seems fitting right there. Oh no, correction. In my skew. Haha, that's where he'll do his best. Whoa. Don't get carried away there, man. Come on. What you doing? You're pulling things up through your underbelly. That ain't gonna help us at all. Yeah, well. But after a day like that, it's to be expected to have a little bit of damage. But I'm actually surprised I didn't have more damage. I didn't have my bubbles go down too much, so it's pretty good. But I went up against a few good enemies, and there was some that had a selection on megatons and heavy hitting weapons. So I think that this tech's working out pretty good. It's actually surprised me, and it's made me happy. I will say it, it's made me happy. I likes it. I likes it a bit. Not quite a lot, but a bit. And you know, right around in here, as you probably noticed, it's getting a little long. So I'm going to cut this one out about here, or shortly, as I'm working on this, getting them back to fully functioning order. So, you know, if you happen to enjoy what you just saw, or you've seen, or you just think, hey, I forgot one, throw a like under the video. You know, that blue thumb does mean a lot. The comments, the feedback, the constructive criticisms, and all that awesome that only you guys can bring to a channel. That stuff helps me out a ton. Maybe even more than you even realize. And I do appreciate it. And that's why I thanks you so much. And also, don't forget about that Saturday showcase. And if you happen to have a couple bucks you want to throw away or give away, you know, you could always donate it to this little surviving channel. And by doing so, your name will get entered into a draw for a 3D printed tech. It's currently valued at 40 bucks. So if you're interested, it's all down in the description. So until next time, everybody, keep being the awesome, keep having a good one. Bye.